I'll edit the beginning and end of this. And we're just talking here. All right, what am I talking? Hey everyone, Neil Carlson here in Grafton. We're going to talk about bullying today. It's not, bullying isn't unique to Grafton, but it seems every once in a while in some community around our region it kind of hits the boiling point. I'm talking with Amy and Ashley. So I guess maybe tell us your stories. What's going on without naming names here?
Just there's a bunch of bullying getting on, and when it gets brought up to the school, it seems like it gets dusted under the rug, and either that or the teachers say if they didn't see or hear it, just to kind of ignore it. Well, these kids can't ignore it. If it's not physical abuse, it's words, and words sometimes hurt worse than the physical.
Have you had something happen with your child?
Yes, many occasions. Last year, my daughter dealt with a bully all year. It got brought up, and she's dealing with the same bully this year, and she actually got paired for a project with that student, and nothing was done about it.
What kind of things was that student doing to your child?
Just like walking down the hall, constantly stepping on the back of her shoes, giving her dirty looks, saying like if she got called on in class, she would have always something to say behind her, just always nitpicking at her.
Okay. And how about you?
Yeah, my daughter, my oldest one, has been dealing with bullying for the last couple years. Started with allergies. She would get these swelling and spots on her face. Kids would say it's gross. What is it? Why is it? She's on allergy meds. And now this last year, it's been brought to the school's attention for the open house. Both in the parent-teacher conferences.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Both parent-teacher conferences, and now again, I found a very disturbing letter that my daughter had wrote with a picture. Dealing with bullying, she's being called monkey face, a snitch, making fun of her last name, the way she dresses, the people that she hangs out with, the other kids, because the way that they live is different than the way these kids that are bullying her obviously lives, which I don't see the difference.
One of the things, I don't know who brought that up, but there was supposedly a picture of a child had drawn a picture of indicating possible suicide.
That was my daughter. She brought it up to my attention on, today's Thursday. It was Tuesday night. She brought it to my attention. She said, "Mom, I got to show you something. Don't be mad." And I read it and looked at it, and that was the end of it. This has to come to a stop. The school needs to really do something about this. I've asked my kids if they talk about bullying in school, and they said, yeah, maybe it's been brought up once.
So the school has now reached out to you guys. What's happening?
They reached out to me, and they just said that next year they're going to work on keeping the girls separated, trying not to pair them with each other. But it took them finding out that we had contacted the media for anybody to reach out to us.
Were there some other meetings planned now? Anything else going on now?
I have no meetings set up, just plans on trying to work things out next year and the remainder of this year. But it shouldn't take us having to stir stuff up for it to get handled. Okay. Bullying shouldn't happen. I mean, it's not going to stop. It happens in every school. But something needs to get addressed. The kids either need to get put together, not separate. They need to have their stories together so, they can call each other out on what's being said.
Okay.
If that doesn't stop, bring in the parents with the kids.
Okay.
Yep.
Further steps need to be taken. This brushing it under the rug and just, my daughter, I actually have social service involved.
Mm-hmm.
They brought her an ear to talk to, a picture of an ear to put on a wall. That if she felt she needed to say something to go tell this ear, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. Has the school been in touch with you at
no,
all?
School has not. They've never contacted me besides just yesterday. I went to the school all times. I reached out to the parents. I reached out to the school. I had to go to the school, told them everything. The one thing that I got back was this last couple months was on Fridays they meet with my child and they take her to do projects and arts and crafts or whatever with the kindergartner. And now when I went there yesterday with this letter that I'd found that my daughter wrote, they advised, I had told them I'm going to now go to a counselor outside of school. And she's like, well, let's call two of them that we know. I gave her two names that I have gotten feedback on from Facebook that they said to reach out to these. So we called them and they said they would get back to us. Still have not heard back from them. So I'm going to take the step. I'm just going to do it on my own. I feel like they don't reach out and nothing's getting done.
All right. So, do you guys think you're alone?
We know we're not alone.
No, we're not alone, but I know there's a lot that don't want to come here and sit today and do
Okay.
what we're doing. But my Facebook says it all. There's many comments of just Grafton in general being bullied and what they've had to deal with. But I think they don't want to get involved because now are we going to be judged? Are we going to be like the schools, what is the school going to think of us now?
Okay. All right, we'll leave it at that for now. All right. In Grafton, I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNews.tv.